and most of the boss fights, since you don't have to really worry about taking damage after you get it. Let's see. Ooh, all lit up and sparkly and stuff. Yeah, he's cool. Right, so this is Spark Mandrill. This is the fight. There is not much going on here. Basically, you can just get him in the face. You can just get him in a frame lock, and he will not ever do anything. I mean, basically, the only reason he's hitting me at these points is because I'm just being sloppy. But that was the fight. That's it. Spark Mandrill, everyone. Woohoo. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Electric Spark. It's a weapon. You can use it. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going back to Chill Penguin stage for it's kind of a dumb reason, but there are reasons for it. There are plenty of reasons why I get all the upgrades, all the health upgrades. I try to get all the E-tanks, all the X armor pieces, etc. It's not just to, make travels easier and safer, it's also, for at least one specific reason, but we'll get to that. Though I'm of course, if you're at all familiar with Mega Man X, this one, 2, and 3, you'll probably know why I'm kind of being a little particular about going back to stages and going ahead and setting stuff up and grabbing certain items. Actually, though, that does give me a moment to mention this, which is something that I did not actually know about until many, many, many years after I first played Mega Man X. But if I am not mistaken, and I could be wrong, somebody could probably correct me, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, is that while you are dashing in this game, and I don't know if it's true for the rest of them, but I know in this one I believe it is true, that while you're dashing, if you fire your standard X-Buster like that, it actually does more damage than normal, which is pretty cool. It's a weird little detail. I always thought that was kind of neat, because I actually did notice that a couple of times, just in this playthrough so far. Alright, so we're good on that. Guess we can try his. I don't know for sure if it's actually been. No, it has not. Okay. Well. I know there's a heart. I want to say there's a heart tank in Storm Eagle stage, and then well, I guess we could just start with you. Got a little extra time left. I'm trying to keep this like at about an hour per sit down, because that's about as much as I can do with Christ, just about any game at this stage anymore these days. But this is Armored Armadillo stage. It's not to be too goofy, but there's really not a whole lot going on in it. It's a little bit of light platforming. Most of it is going to be on, well, either running from something or riding on something. So that should give you a pretty good idea of what's going on here. In this case, running from this thing. The reason being is because we want to get, well, it's the next one. That's right. Which we'll actually have to come back to the stage anyways, because there is another thing to do with that large, I don't even know if anybody saw it, the large dirt gobbling robot that I ran from, that you were probably hearing the noise. Of course, bats, that's also another big, here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, that's right, yeah, it is, instant kill. How could I forget? Alright, so we start all the way to the right? Right to anyway. Okay. Yeah, that could have done that a lot better. I don't know why on Earth that didn't go as planned. But this is basically the stage. We're done at this point. There is nothing more except this really big jump that the game basically does for you. And that is it. That is Armored Armadillo's stage. There's an energy tank behind the first drilling robot, which we will come back basically immediately after we're done with the stage. Grab that, and then we're done with this stage for the better part of, the run. So here's Armored Armadillo. He does that. You do that. And now you can just proceed to spam him to death, because now he's lost all of his cool shit. Can't really do anything. All he's got is the head cannon, which I never understood. Doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense considering what he does and how he does it. But we're done. That's it. Armored Armadillo, everyone. That was, boom. Real simple, nothing special. I like the design of him. It's just that he's, again, like all the bosses in this game, none of them are particularly, difficult. None of them are particularly amazing in terms of how they work. Let's go back to your stage because I've got to kill. Gotta kill the big drill bot. Thankfully, it won't take me too long, I don't think. Because basically just kill it and then move back to where it started. I could be wrong on that, because I could be misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure that what I normally use on, yeah, this right here. Oh, shit. Oh, come on now. You're gonna have to die at some point. Holy hell. That's better. Much better. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay. Trying to think now. Got 3 more bosses left. 12 more minutes. Let's see. Still need the intake from him. Let's do this asshole. This is Launch Octopus. Launch Octopus has beyond, and I believe it's Sigma Stage 2. This is my least favorite stage in the game. It's got one of the better musical tracks in the game. Which, by the way, that happens to be one of the big saving graces of the X series in general, is that, say what you will about the kind of cookie-cutter design of the series, it's essentially just a holdover of the classic Mega Man series, plus, a couple extra things that sort of change how things are handled, but not by much. You could at least say that the music is pretty damn good, and it separates itself from the classic Mega Man stuff. It is different. Not necessarily better, mind you, but it is different, and it's got its own very cool sound. It's own very cool way of, you know, just being. My God, I hate this fucking stage. I really do. I'm sure if, God forbid, anybody watching is wondering, well, why don't you just use a special weapon on that? Honestly, I could. More than likely, it'd probably be faster. But at the same time, I actually do enjoy mashing the button for it. Because, I don't know, it's just kind of cool. Oh shit, that was very close. Yeah, it's like reason number one I don't like this damn stage. For any reason. Number two, though, is coming up right now, actually. It's not the tornado things, if you can believe that. You might think it would be, but it isn't. I wish it were. You might notice, if you've ever played this game before, and if you've never really played a whole lot of it, or you at least played this stage, you may have noticed at one point in this particular stage that as you're moving ever so patiently through the shitty ocean stage, you'll notice that stuff is kind of like, you know, falling from the ground, or falling from the sky, doing its thing. It's these like weird like submarine things. Well, this is actually something that blew my mind way back when. I never thought to actually shoot them down, because what happens when you shoot them down is you go and end up in this room with this dumb damn thing. Oh, please don't let me land on spikes! Oh! Oh my God, okay. So there's like this whole sub-boss that leads to this heart container that if you never blew up that first submarine boat thing, you'd never get it. The game doesn't really give you a good hint as to like that actually happening. I mean, basically it's like, oh, well, here's a boat, here it is, and you know, go ahead and shoot the bad boy down, but below it is a spike pit. I'm really trying to do that as fast as I possibly can. Like, that's... Yay. But there's like a spike pit at the bottom of where that boat is. And it's the only boat in the stage, mind you. But, I mean, it just doesn't, like... I mean, I imagine most people on their first run through this particular stage, they probably never even thought, like, oh yeah, that boat. Oh, there's a boat up there. So, you know, I guess it's sort of like something to learn or to keep in mind. Is that, yeah, that'd be the one. Okay, so here comes Launch Bloody Octopus. Not much to say about him, really. I mean, he's cool. Fires homing missiles. The weapon he gives you is pretty awesome, sort of. Kind of do some odd things with it. The fight itself, especially at this point, if you've got enough health, it just doesn't even matter. You can just stand still, shoot him until he dies. Specifically with Armored Armadillo's weapon, which for some reason is super effective against octopuses. Don't know why. I'm guessing armadillos are natural enemies of cephalopods. Or cephalopods, excuse me. Cephalopods, good God. Cephalopods. But don't quote me on that. So, there we go. We got Horming Torpedo. If you didn't notice that typo, because it's there. Horming. Though I think it's technically an A, but it looks an awful lot like an R, so... Right. Alright, let's try your stage again. I think we're good now on him. And I don't think we are. Well, I don't know. I have to check. Because Because there is a heart tank. I'm trying to remember how you get it, though. I honestly thought I already had the Boomer Cooling first. That seems awfully odd. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see. Hey. Ah. There we go. That's how we do it. I don't know why I thought I had to. Well, I'm trying to remember how this goes. It's like, there it is. There's one of these damn things. Hooray! Okay. I believe there is another one. I could be wrong. We'll find out here in a moment. Just stop. That's part of why Launch Octopus's weapon is actually very useful for the stage, because you don't have to aim anything, you don't have to time anything. Well, you know, so long as they're in frame anyway. But yeah, you can just fire 2 homing missiles or horming missiles, and you never have to worry about you know, dumb, stinking robot turrets being being obnoxious and whatnot. Maybe that is it. Maybe it's just me thing. I thought. I don't know why I'm thinking there's a heart container here. Like I said before, I'm probably misremembering a lot of this, which more than likely I am, because it looks like my. I think I said we did him, got him. Got him. Just don't know why. I just keep thinking there's a heart tank there, and I know there's one in his stage, which is fine. Well, I guess that's enough for me anyways. Well, you know, if anything, I've got 2 more bosses left, which I know I can get through them one sitting. I'm just going to go ahead and warp out of this. Not the most exciting thing to do. And then, because I'm that kind of asshole, I'm going to write down my password, by God. Because I am a bit of a purist when it comes to stuff like this. Seems a little stupid, admittedly, but, you know. 3, 1, 7, 1, 2, 2, 6, 7, 4, 2, 2, 6. Okay. There we go. And there, I just saved my game in the old-fashioned way. In any case, as I was saying, we have 2 more bosses to go through right now. We have Sting Chameleon on the bottom here, and then Boomer Kuwanger on the far right. I've basically hit just about an hour of video, so that makes it kind of feel good. So in the meantime, I don't know, I guess this is part 1 of 2, maybe 3, I'm thinking. I don't like to do, like, you know, multi parts, so there should be part 1 of at least 2, at most 3 videos on Mega Man X. So in any case, yeah, part 1 done. 2 more bosses of the Sigma, or 2 more bosses of the Maverick stages. Then we got the Sigma stages, and then we're done, and we can move on to X2 or X3 if God forbid I'm feeling up to it, which I probably will be, because I'm feeling pretty good about this one, so hopefully I'll be feeling pretty good about that one too. But in any case, if you've somehow sat through the last 58 minutes, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the patience, and I appreciate the interest. So in any case, I will be signing off now. and hopefully I will get right back to it in a, well, in a normal amount of time. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys later.